Hey everyone, Tin Man here, playing my red-blue deck up against another mono-blue. This is, what, third mono-blue? Fourth mono-blue? I'm losing count. Mono-blue is pretty popular, it turns out. We got a pretty good flop though, Bristleback into Luna. Hopefully they can't get out of that. If they do though, I'm not going to waste a duel early. You don't want to use duels early. They are one of the best cards come the mid to late game, and denying a Luna on turn 1 is just... it's not that impactful. I mean, they're going to lose one charge when she dies, no matter when she dies. And I'd much rather save it whenever she's going to miss, you know, a lot more mana than just the mana 4. They had the Compel, but that's fine, because that means I'm still threatening to kill him next turn. So I'm not overly concerned about that one. Looking at the board, we probably want to put Ogre in lanes 1 and 2. Obviously, you don't want to double stack with Kana. Not entirely sure where. Can't buy anything. Obviously, both our creeps spawned in lane 3. They're spawning both creeps in mid lane. I think it probably advisable to contest that. Send Ogre there and Dimensional Portal in there as well. If I had, say, a Stonehall Elite, then I would probably play it in lane 1, because I would want to leave the spot open there so I can Stonehall Elite. But that is not the case. Unfortunately, the Kana is in the lane where I want to cast Dimensional Portal, which means if I want to Nasal Goo this turn, I have to do it on Ogre. It's not really that impactful. I'm going to let Ogre be goo-free at the moment. I'd much rather put Goo on Kana, because then I can duel her with Legion Commander, and with the retaliate damage, it'll double dip on the negative armor and kill off Kana. So I think we're just going to Dimensional Portal right now to kind of stay even with the creeps that Kana's pumping out. Hopefully no more Compel or Cunning Plan shenanigans. But if they do that, then that means they're not playing their own Dimensional Portal or something to keep up with our board. I would really like an Ignite. That would be ideal. They're actually at any cost. Which means they trade. I don't get to get the armor, but they also don't get to ping next turn. So, just as well. Alright, so I've got another Dimensional Portal, so we can go wide on every lane. They hopefully don't have another at any cost here. Hopefully. Let us at least hit your tower. Hitting towers is really what you want to be doing in this matchup. When I say you want to be aggressive in the matchup, that means deal damage to the towers. I know it sounds like silly to say it like that, but aggressive does not mean kill their heroes over and over again. It means hit their towers as much as humanly possible. I think I'm going to buy Signet Ring, even though Furline Mantle is nice, just because there's a chance I'd buy another Signet Ring underneath it. Did not. And we already have 5 health items in our deck, right? We've got 2 cloaks and 3 Revtel Signet Rings. So if I buy an extra health item there, it's not really helpful, because at some point we won't be able to use it, because we'll have health items on all our guys. Unfortunately, Axe did not say hello to Kana like he wanted to. He landed on the opposite side. Not the worst. I can still Nasal Goo there and then Foresight in lane 3. And I want to Signet Ring Ogre. Keep him up. It's just going to Foresight here. It's fine by me. I don't really like killing off the Skywrath Mage here, because then... oh, thank you. I was about to say I do not want to kill it off, because then they... If I don't kill anybody off here, they won't have somebody respawn in a mana 7. That's fine. I could kill him off. I could just play the Blink Dagger and kill him, but I don't want to. Let's kill him next turn, because I'm not killing any heroes this turn. And I just want to have a turn when I know they're not going to deploy a hero. That's the whole concept of killing their heroes in waves at a time, rather than once per turn. So if I were my opponent, I probably would have let that Skywrath Mage die. But obviously it's a feels bad moment when I get that 5 extra gold, kind of not quite for free, but you know that they don't really want that to happen. So I'll throw the nasal goo on there so we can eventually duel the Kana. Ooh, she's gonna get out of range with the Stonehold Cloak, but that's fine. I guess I will. I don't think I need a Blink Dagger. We may at any cost this lane next turn, because it would leave Axe alive. Just foresight here. I can actually ignite. I can't ignite to get a proc next turn because I can only cast it from Ogre's Lane. And they give me initiative back. Not bad. Oh, but I guess their Zeus did die. So that kind of makes me wish I had killed the Skywrath Mage. So, a little unfortunate. In any case, I will buy... Well, I wish I could buy both, but the Stonehold Cloak. But Town Portal Scroll will work just as well. So I think at any cost... Might be good in lane 2. I definitely put Bristle back in lane 1. Do I? Yeah. And then just Berserker's Call. Kill 2 guys. Get my armor up. Push this tower. They'll have Zeus for next turn, but at that point, we'll have already pushed a bunch of damage on the lane. I want to save these duels for later, for after we time a Triumph. And then I may even just like double Blink Dagger here just to push points of damage. And you generally would want to have the Blink Daggers in lane 1 anyway, because that's where you want to blink out of. So yeah, let's just use them to push damage. Are we looking at an Ignite here? Perhaps an Ignite plus at any cost? Probably Ignite back into this lane, because Kana will still live through an at any cost. And she also has negative armor, so she'll be ticking for 3 damage a turn with the Ignite. Let's do that, even though I miss a trigger of it. And then at any cost makes us only take 2 damage instead of 6, and gets our Ogre respawn, which is fine. It's not bad that he dies. It's good that he'll come back on Time of Triumph mana. And always having a guy, you know, in the pipeline to come back is advantageous.
I'll kill our enemies.
Kana's gonna blink out of this Ignite lane. That's fine by me. That means I get uncontested hits on the tower. Oh no, she's just gonna use that for damage. Okay, seems fair. I think I want to TP out my Kana though. I don't want her to die. And I can redeploy her on this lane at full health next turn. And they probably don't want to cast anything now because they have initiative. They don't want to give up initiative and potentially not be able to, you know, Mystic Flare lane 1 or something. So we'll see. Maybe they'll give us back initiative, in which case we can just duel the Zeus and kill off lane 1 if we get any creep spawns there. Or they're just going to cycle Arcane Assault when they already had initiative. So that feels good that they just throw that away, essentially. Just use it as a cycle rather than the powerful initiative tool that it is. Oh, and they give me initiative right back. Multicast is annoying, but I'll take initiative, because now I can, if I get, I guess I need 2 creep spawns on that lane. Alright, let's buy into some health items. Helmet Dominator is not good in this match, but if that was Vesture, oh, I'd be in love. So now Kana in lane 1 kills that lane. With a duel, I duel the Zeus. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Even though I get 3 guys stuck on here, and I don't really have pressure in lane 3, it still makes sense to me. Duel here. And then I can Foresight, full heal, play a health item. Maybe want a health item max. Can even get initiative in the next lane. I don't really need that. I need initiative going lane 3. We're coming back into lane 1. I think I'll full heal Bristleback though. And then let this go. Actually, does Axe would not die to a Mystic Flare. He would die to an Eclipse though. That's fine. So we got a lane down. Now the question comes with, can we kill lane 2 or 3 in a reasonable amount of time? They're going to Thunder God's Wrath, which I think is pretty good for me. Kana's almost certainly going to blink out of here. I cannot match her, but I'm pretty happy that they did that because now I have less guys who are going to die to an Annihilation if they have one. I'll just throw another goo on her so that I can still duel her. She's going to take massively more damage. You can do the Stone Cloak 20. Maybe I won't have enough to do that much if she comes back at 20. She's going to hop into 3 though. It's fine. I got a cloak up. And then do I let them have initiative? I think I do. And then I just put Ogre in lane 2 and try to 2-man time a Triumph in lane 2. Kana, actually they need to they need to answer this, otherwise Kana's gonna die to the melee creep, which is a definitely embarrassing situation when Kana dies to even a Radiant melee creep. Her whole lore is about she's like champion of the Dire, and if she dies to a Radiant melee creep, that is a feels bad man moment for sure. So they do heal her up, but they cost initiative to do it. It's fine by me. Definitely want to buy Fountain Flask. And actually all my guys are now set up for a 3rd Thunder God's Wrath. So to play around that, we're going to need to either duel Luna if she's the only one in lane 1. And then I can take initiative, time a Triumph lane 2. That seems pretty logical to me. And full heal, I guess, Bristleback on the backswing. Yeah, let's duel Luna. Actually, does it matter? I don't think it does, actually. What if I just time a Triumph here instead? I kind of like that.
5 seconds remaining.
I kind of like that because I guess if they annihilate here, it's a little less than ideal. If they have double annihilation, it's pretty lackluster. I kind of wish now I had a Blink Dagger on a blue hero. But now if they Thunder God's Wrath, we just lose the axe. Not the biggest deal. They may still have the Thunder God's Wrath, but I now have initiative. So So I guess I'll just hold on to that initiative. I also want to hop into lane 3. I kind of want to hop into lane 3. I don't want to get annihilated here. I don't need to kill the Luna. Like, what do I care if Luna is on this lane alone? Just hop into 3. Now I've got, you know, options there. I wish I'd been able to blink Kana, but it's not the case. Since they only have one Thunder God's Wrath left, they cannot deal with them all. This is pretty insignificant amount of ancient pressure. Just 12 damage a turn. It's not that much. I'm going to save the Fountain Flask for Axe since he'll... How much health does he have? 16. That should be plenty enough to survive any Eclipse shenanigans they may have. They don't have any items, so they can't Blink Dagger away. But they've got a massive hand, so I'm just going to assume they have like every card they could possibly need. From Eclipses to stuff like that. Eclipse, Thunder God's Wrath, etc. So yeah, let's just first action Fountain Flask Axe. Heal him for 12. Seems good. How did he take 3 damage? Oh, he took 2 from the Diabolic Revelation. I'm like, he doesn't have minus armor. Because I was thinking he had 12 health. I'm like, yeah, that's totally out of range of dueling. And then I saw he only had 9, and I'm thinking, how did we get that close? So there's the last Thunder God's Wrath. We kind of knew that one was coming. But now they're out of mana on this lane. I think we just go aggressive. I think we Bronze Legionnaire plus... Well... Is it Bronze Legionnaire or at any cost? I think it's Bronze Legionnaire, hope it curves. Nope. It's not really that relevant. And then just Dimensional Portal. Or maybe I guess Prey in the Weak. Dimensional Portal can be cast on other lanes for the same amount. Prey in the Weak is just... they both deal the same amount of damage. But I think finding a lane with 3 damaged guys is going to be harder with Prey in the Weak later. Then the upside is just not quite there. Jasper Daggers. Almost kills him off. Not quite, though. And he's going to heal up out of range of this Ignite, taking him down. But we still push a lot of damage, so this like demands an Annihilation next turn out of them. Not going to Bronze Legionnaire, I don't think. I think I'm just going to play Bronze Legionnaire in lane 3. If they don't immediately annihilate me. I guess I could Mystic Flare lane 3. Which would be a little unfortunate. So maybe I want to reclaim initiative. Just to be safe. And then duel. I think this makes sense. This like basically says, hey, you need a guy on lane 3 next turn. So basically it forces their Zeus to deploy on lane 3, right? That's what this play does. Which is pretty good, I think. Normally I like spreading out the... I guess it doesn't really matter where I place it here. If I go on the left, this creep is more likely to curve in, but I don't care about this creep. I would rather have a better odds that my Bronze Legionnaire attacks straight ahead. Okay, Phase Boots is actually pretty interesting here for the Legion Commander, just to get her free and attacking a tower. I will buy a Stonehold Cloak so it can go on Kana. Actually, a Blink Dagger is probably just better.
15 seconds remaining.
And a heal, I think, is better than another health item. Okay, this is fine. I was hoping for Phase Boots, but Blink Dagger won out, I believe. Zeus basically has to go in lane 3, and they essentially need to annihilate lane 2. So let's hop into lane 1 and say, hey, you need to annihilate lane 1 as well. In which case, if we top deck a duel, we just win. And if they don't annihilate lane 1, well, we do start getting some ancient pressure here. It's not irrelevant. That Berserker's Call means we can win if they do any action that gives us initiative to go into lane 2. So if they, at any cost, or annihilate, or do something here, we will win on lane 2. Or actually, if they do that, then we win on lane 3. So I'm just not going to do anything, right? There's no reason, or I guess I can Dimensional Portal to continue pushing the action here. Because we're going to Berserker's Call on lane 2 or 3, and then we win. They can't stop both. Now they gave us initiative. Maybe it's a different story. Actually, no. I don't care about initiative. I'm going to win on 2 or 3. One way or another. They can't stop both. So I should just push this lane as hard as I can push this lane. With Dimensional Portal plus heal plus Stonehold Cloak. Just get this lane wide. So that it probably isn't a 2-turn ancient pressure, but it'll look like it.
You can't hide from me.
Conflag. Sure.
War is coming.
Because if they just take the initiative to annihilate lane 2, be my guest. If they don't, then I win that lane. One way or another. I think we got this all locked up. That Berserker's Call was super clutch. And as you can see, annihilation and at any cost, not the best in this matchup. Not by a long shot. That's why they're still in our hands. Luckily, this Zeus spawned here and not on the other side. Eclipse, not scary. Not scary in the least. And we have initiative going into the next lane, and we can actually just, at any cost. Oh, that would kill our guys. I hope Berserker's Call then. Either way, we win in lane 2 here. And that's the game. Alright. So, despite having 3 draws throughout this whole run, once against mono blue, twice against red-green ramp, we do come up with a victory. We got the aggression, we got the damage on towers, we had pressure in every lane, and that's a winning formula against mono blue. So, finish out our perfect run, 5-1 and, well, 3 draws if you're counting, but 5-1. So we pick up our rewards, and thanks for watching so much, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video series.